You are now watching the Biz to Biz podcast with Alan and Justin.
What bit you to start the company, or what gave you that entrepreneurial bug?
And what did you do before, like you started Tilled, that led to Tilled?
Right. Was you always an entrepreneur, or you know what I mean, or was it I started here and then boom, I wanted a company, or how'd it go?
Yeah, I would say I have always had an entrepreneurial spirit. Started my first company when I was 19.
Nice.
That was an ISO, going door to door, selling payments to small business owners. And so for me, that was my start in the payment space, really learning, what direct merchants, wanted. And that was, whatever, a dozen plus years ago. And the landscape looked very different. At that point in time, there wasn't a lot of integrated payments happening within the direct merchant ecosystem. And as we started to scale up that first business, I started to see more and more of these verticalized integrated softwares taking hold within a lot of the merchants that we were going out and talking to. And I just got really curious about what was happening within that space. And so I really took a step back from the ISO business and started doing more angel investing and consulting for vertical software businesses, and really leaning into that side of the payments business. And when I was doing a lot of that consulting work, this was, 7, 8, 9 years ago, before vertical software companies wanting to monetize payments was nearly as mainstream of a concept as it is at this point, today. And so most of the guys that I worked with were using Stripe or Braintree and just passing along the 2.9% and 30 cents onto their merchants. And so, at the time, there weren't a lot of options for those, ISVs, to throw the jargon out there, and these vertical software businesses that wanted to monetize payments. And so, originally we were just recommending gateways and introducing them to ISOs to get their, payment solution set up. But about 5 years ago, I had this idea that ultimately became Till, that ultimately became Payfac as a service, to offer a better solution for vertical software businesses that wanted, better technology, better support, and a better experience for the merchants on their platform.
Very cool, man. But why payments though? Like at 19, like what was,
why not?
Were you selling something and you didn't like the way PayPal treated you or something, or what was it?
Yeah, I think for me, so when we first got started, it was really just us going out and talking to business owners in the Greenville, South Carolina area to see, would they even consider working with a couple of 19-year-old, college students. And I think for me, the residual income was certainly a really, appealing part of the business. Also, when you read online about the true animosity that merchants have towards a lot of the legacy processors, it felt like, hey, maybe there's an opportunity, to get in to this business. I was also able to control my own schedule. So, when I wasn't in class or, playing sports or whatever, hey, let's go out and try to, earn some money. And so for me, it just ticked a lot of the boxes for what I was looking for at that point, in my life, and really had no idea what that business would turn into. And certainly at that point wasn't intending to pick a career in payments. That wasn't the path that I started down. It's like, hey, how can I earn, some money on the side in college? And that was the start.
Very cool.
Yeah, man. I think a lot of people, I've been doing this for 23 years. I think when I talk to most people in the business, residual is definitely what attracted them in the beginning, and the flexibility to.
It's a big part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I started my own digital marketing company, almost 15 years ago, but that was the freedom, right? That I had kids, you know what I mean? I didn't want to have to punch the clock and, you know what I mean, and be on someone else's time. That way, at a drop of a dime, if I needed to pick up and go get them, I could. So it's definitely one of the main benefits for me of being an entrepreneur. But the payment side, I didn't put the pieces together until I started working with Alan. You know what I mean? And there was so much money that was just being left on the table.